Next, we're going to move up to the upper body and start with rolling out the upper and middle portions of the back. This is going to hit the medial portion of our lats, as well as our rhomboids and all the way up to our traps. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant the foam roller right here. We're going to push our shoulder blades, protract them forward, and just move back and forth, up and down. Just like that. About 10 to 15 passes. Once you feel a tender spot, hold it there until the knot releases. The next portion of the upper body that we're going to roll out is the lateral portion of our lats, so the outside of our lats right here, as well as the subscapular area. If you look at your shoulder blades, whenever you retract them like such, your shoulder blades, the muscles underneath them are always going to be knotted up because of the involvement that they have with any overhead press or any bench press variation. Pretty much any movement that you're pushing weight, it's going to have a lot of work involved in it to stabilize the weight. So a lot of times they get very knotted up, stabilizing that weight, and if you don't work on it, it's going to have a big negative impact on the quality of your pressing. So what we're going to do first is get on those lats, the lateral portion of them, and just going to do that by kind of tilting to the side, just kind of moving side to side, up and back, 10 to 15 passes. When you find a sensitive spot, hold it there. All right, and you kind of open up to get a better stretch, better pressure on there. Whenever it gets sensitive, hold it, then it'll release eventually. After that, we're going to do more of the subscapular region. That's going to be a lot like the mid to upper back area that we're going to do, but we're going to make sure it's a protracted shoulder blades, and we're just going to move side to side. Side to side. About 10 to 15 passes, both on the left and right side, and that should release a lot of the tissue buildup and a lot of the knots in that region. Okay, at this point we are done with our self-myofascial release work. The next thing we're going to do is move into the activation and mobility portion of the Jumpstart training primer. At this point, you maybe be a little sweaty and feel just kind of loosened up, like unwound, so to say. And at this point, we really want to focus on this order. Activation first, mobility next. Activation is to really just do low impact, low intensity work to really get some blood flowing to the muscles, to increase the elasticity, and ultimately just get them more pliable so that you can work with them with your mobility and flexibility drills. So again, we're going to work from lower body to upper body. So at this point, after the lower then upper self-myofascial release work, we're going to do lower than upper dynamic warm-up with the Jumpstart training primer.